Hey everyone, and welcome back to Swift Guitar Lessons for another Monday lick of the week. This time around, I'm going to be sharing with you a very cool lick that utilizes our pentatonic scales, upper extension, and also BB's box. I got all the tabs available for you at patreon.com/swiftlessons to help you with your study. Now, let's get started. Okay, close look at the fretboard, and we're getting started learning our lick of the week, which is a very cool B.B King style blues lick in the key of A. And it's utilizing two very important positions for blues and rock guitar players. The pentatonic extension, that is the upper extension, and also the position that's commonly referred to as BB's box. Let's start by learning where those two positions come from. Okay, so taking a closer look at that pentatonic extension, where does that come from? Well, most players just play that extension using three strings: E string, B string, and G string. Fret number 9 on the G, 8-10 on the B, and 8-10 on the high E. There's so many different possibilities there. And players use this position basically to turn up the heat. You can do some really cool bends here that'll whip your audience into a frenzy. But this is actually a smaller part of a greater position of the pentatonic scale that looks like this. Okay, so you'll master that scale. You can use that in so many different ways if you're playing in your common position of the pentatonic scale. To get a few extra options as you stroll up the neck. Okay, taking a look at our next position, the BB's box. This has the exact same shape as the pentatonic extension, but it's up a whole step. And it's actually a smaller part of the major scale in the key of A. But most people would just play this 11th fret G string, 10th fret 12th fret of the B string, and 10th fret 12th fret of the high E string. With this here 4 note, or the D note in this key, coming in primarily when the 4 chord or D chord is entered in on the progression. In which case, someone might switch to some pentatonic licks in the key of D. But if you were jamming over top of that A chord, you have some really great opportunities to hit some B.B King style licks there. So the pentatonic extension and the BB's box. Let's take a look at how this BB's box is created. It comes from the major scale in the C position. Okay, so that would be just like that. Okay, now that you've had the opportunity to learn these scales using your tabs at patreon.com/swiftlessons, let's take a look at the actual lick at hand. It's gonna sound like this real slow. One more time. Okay, so that began with a slide up into our pentatonic extension. I'll start from the 7th fret G string and go up into that 9th fret. Then I'm going to play the 8th fret B string. And then I'm going to do the same exact thing to get up into the BB's box, sliding from the 9th fret up to the 11th fret G string. Then I'm going to go to the B string, 10th fret, in the same way I did when I jumped into the extension, with a heavy vibrato. So far we have. This is a great way to get into BB's box. If you just left this lesson with that one little trick, it'd be worth your time. Okay, so we're sliding from the extension up into the BB's box. Then I'm going to play the B string, 12th fret, and to the 10th fret B string. So we have. Then I'm going to play the B string, 13th fret, with a nice slow bend That'll get me to the D note, that's the high E string 10th fret. Then I'm there on the 12th fret high E string, and then I'm going to use my middle finger to do a double bend. I'm going to keep this high E note here on the 12th fret E string, but I'm going to bend the B string, 12th fret, to create a harmony. You put all that together and we have just like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. A little bit slower. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then from there, you can mess around in your BB's box. Play around with some ideas like going 12-10, high E string to B string. I love that sound, especially if I can cover up the strings and get a little bit of a rake on it. Another thing that B.B King would love to do while I have your attention is to just take your pinky, put it on the, what's that, the 15th fret, no, 17th fret high E string, cover up the strings, so that way these are all dead, but your B.B King slide away off the pinky note. Whatever the root of your progression is where you slide from. Absolutely awesome trick there. Okay, so one more time, your lick of the week. Just like that. Alright everyone, thanks so much for checking out this Monday Lick of the Week. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks so much to my supporters at patreon.com/swiftlessons. I hope you're enjoying the extra resources. I got many more lessons coming up, so keep checking back. Please subscribe, please share. This is Rob at Swift Guitar Lessons in Philadelphia saying happy picking.